just opened my fucking makeup bag and this bitch put it in. Oh my god. Mind you, this is my best friend and roommate doing this and everything like that. So that's hilarious. And just when I think I can't find another one, I found another one. I'm like, why is this more dramatic than it actually needs to be? But also the lighting is kind of horrible. Sorry about that, because it is like 4 p.m. daylight savings. It's rainy, cloudy today. I try to make it a little better, but it's not great. This is also the new jacket I thrifted when I was in Boston. I just found out it has goddamn motherfucking moth holes. It's okay. But yeah, it is my 22nd birthday today, which is crazy in itself. To be honest, it doesn't really feel like my birthday, just because I think I had such a chaotic like Halloween weekend this past weekend. I was traveling and I've been just so like trying to catch up since being back. Does not feel like it, but it is my birthday. It also my brother's birthday, as I'm a twin. So yeah, I don't know. I've been wanting to make a video like this for a while, I just started my channel, but I wanted to make a video based around like 22 things I've learned / reflect on this past year, because obviously this past year has been crazy for me. I started this channel, I moved to New Zealand for 6 months, the LA fires, like there was just so much that happened this last year, and truly, even through everything, like this has been one of the best years of my life, is this past year. And yeah, so I just want to take a little bit to like, you know, reflect about that and everything like that. I also got my free drink from Dutch Bros because they do like the free thing. Look how fucking big it is. And I got the holiday drink. She was like, I was like ordered and I was like medium, and then she's like, it's your birthday, we're doing large. And I was like, I drank that much. And this is a peppermint mocha, because I love anything chocolate and peppermint. Sorry, I'm one of those people, but I fucking love it. So it's pretty good. I wouldn't order it again, to be honest, or wouldn't order it to the size, but it's pretty good. So every year on my birthday, I set a goal of 21 things to do before my next birthday. So, you know, I do it each year. I add a new thing, and it's, you know, some things can be really small and some things can be really big. Kind of just depends on where I'm kind of like at in life in that moment. And I write them all down, and then throughout the year, I try and push myself to do these certain things. And then when I do those certain things, I write about it and I journal about how that made me feel and how doing that, like, and I just journal about that moment. And so I kind of want to go through them. I didn't complete them this year. I think I have 3 that I didn't complete, which is totally cool. It's just like, it's not mandatory that I finish these, but it's more so like I try to like push myself to do these. But I just wanted to kind of go through them. So number 1 is have a conversation in Spanish. So my dad is from Panama, and with that, he was born and raised in Panama, and he is fluent in Spanish. It was a language we grew up learning and everything and hearing in the house. We also, one of my closest family friends, she's Bolivian and she does not speak English. And so one of my goals has been to continue to learn Spanish and to better improve on it. I can understand Spanish pretty well. I can read Spanish pretty well. I can't really speak it. I only really speak it with her. And so this past year has been like, I want to keep working on my Spanish so that I can have more of a conversation with her and everything like that. And I've worked a lot on it, and I actually was able to have like a full conversation with her, which felt so amazing. And I was able to tell her all about New Zealand when we were at brunch together and everything I did, and I was showing her photos. And yes, I struggled so much, but I also didn't struggle as much as I used to. And I think that's the goal for me, is just to keep working at it and keep getting better each year. at Spanish. So that was my first goal. My second goal was go on a bike ride with my dad. Basically, I wanted to spend more intentional time with my dad and everything like that, because we have had a rocky relationship. We didn't go on a bike ride, but we started doing, when I was home during the summer, we started going on coffee dates once a week, where once a week we would pick a new coffee shop around LA and we'd go to it, and we'd go in the morning and we'd just sit and we'd talk and we'd catch up. And it's that intentional time with each other that was really important with me, because you know, when you live with someone, you kind of forget to set that intentional time with people. So that was really important. What to me is setting that intentional time, and our relationship has grown so much, and I have such a better relationship with him than I did a year ago. My next thing was travel to 2 new places. Obviously, I can check this off. I went to New Zealand, and I went to the North Island, I went to the South Island, I went to Stewart Island. I was so fortunate in being able to travel so much this past year. I went to a new place in Florida that I've never been to. Where else have I gone this year? I can't really think of anything else, but New Zealand was in itself is an insane place, bucket list item that I was able to travel to. So I feel like I easily completed that. Next is get a tattoo. Sorry, mom and dad. I did get another tattoo. It is a tattoo I'm not going to show. That I have. You've probably have seen it in some of my videos because sometimes it shows, but yeah, I check. The next one was get a piercing. I have not gotten a new piercing. I have a lot of piercings. I have 3 on each ear on this side, and then 2, and then 1, and then my nose pierced. I really want one more piercing, and then I'm done with piercings. I really want to get like right here pierced. I just hadn't really had the time to get my ears pierced, and everything like that. But that's still a goal for my next year, is to get that pierced. So next was work out 4 to 5 days a week. I blown this out of the water. I have been able to be so consistent in the gym. I go 5 days a week. I go for at least an hour. Monday, I do this. I have my routine. I just started running for the first time since I've never fucking ran. Like, I hate running, and I've now started to run. And though it's, you know, I'm starting somewhere, and it's, you know, maybe not good for some people, to me it's insane that I'm able to run a mile, because I used to fucking dread the mile test in high school, and now I look forward to running after my workouts. So yeah. Next was a family trip, number 7. This I counted when we went to Florida as a family for someone in my family's birthday. We haven't really gone on a family trip, so it was fun being able to really travel with my family and spend that intentional time with them. Number 8 is make a Snuggles memorial. So I had a childhood dog growing up, and she passed last October 24th. And it was a really hard loss, because I've had her since I was 5, and I've known more life with her than life without her. So that was a really hard loss for her, and I wanted to make a little memorial for her. And it's in one of the community gardens that I've built. There's like a basket of tennis balls, and there's a little poster and everything like that. But I really wanted to do that. So number 9 is go to a psychic. One of my roommates here, she does kind of all that kind of stuff. So I was actually, when I first met her, she was like, I want to give you a reading. Can I give you a reading? And it was really cool to get. I love that kind of stuff. So it was really cool to get that and like hear what she had to say. Next, which I didn't complete, was get an energy cleanse. Again, this is something I really want to do, but I really haven't had time. Also, everyone in fucking LA says they can do this kind of shit, but then they charge you like $400, and I'm not about to get scammed. So anyway, number 11 is journal more consistently. I would definitely say by far have done this. In New Zealand, I would pretty much journal every single day. Being back here, I don't journal as much, but I journal, I would say, like 3 times a week and everything like that. And to me, like, I love that I'm journaling more, putting my emotions on page, and just like kind of documenting my life in a different sense. Next is 12, which is 2 hours less phone average a day. I have completed this, and this is like my biggest accomplishment. I'm so proud of this. On average, I am on my phone for about 2 hours, sometimes 2 hours and 30 minutes a day. which to me is amazing. I hate being on my phone. I don't have TikTok. I have like a time limit on Instagram. Some days I'm obviously on it more. Like today I've been on it more because people have been messaging me and it's just, you know, whatever. But I just like don't want to spend my life on my phone. So that has been a really big goal for me. So number 13 is spend way more time outside. Again, this kind of connects back to the phone. It's just get off my phone, get off electronics, and go outside. This past year, I have gone hiking, I've done camping, I've done so much more stuff outside. I spent so much more intentional time outside, and I definitely want to continue that. And I've really enjoyed being able to connect with nature in that kind of a sense. Where the fuck am I at? Oh, number 10. Didn't get this. Get into a relationship. Maybe next year. This, if you know, if you're one of my close friends, you know. But no. Where am I? Number 11? No, wait. Oh no. That was number 14. I don't know why I read that wrong. So number 15. Improve / find more of a main style. I feel like I've really improved my style. Even though my brain isn't developed, because it's like I think at the age of 25, I feel like I have developed more because my style has like improved a lot, and like I'm very happy with what my style is. I think it's much more, I don't want to say classy, but like more kind of grown up, but still kind of has like a youthful, I fucking hate the word youthful, still has like younger element to it, and I think it's really me. All my pieces, like my entire outfit I'm wearing today is thrifted, and I love having just stuff that I thrifted, and it's so cool to me. So I would say yes on that one. Next is volunteer once a week. I have been volunteering twice a week. I do volunteer training for the Center for Hope and Safety here in Oregon, and it is amazing. It is for domestic violence, domestic and sexual violence survivors, and I work and I help with them, and I do like, you know, and I'm training for the hotlines and everything like that to be on the hotline. But the work they do is amazing, and I'm really happy I've gotten more involved. Next is 17 is meet one new person a month. I kind of connected this back to New Zealand. I really pushed myself out there. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking to people, but I really had to push myself there, and I'm really proud because I've made some really amazing friendships. Next, 18, hang out with new people. Kind of connecting to the back one, just expanding my horizon because I lost a lot of friends this last year, in the beginning of this last year. So connecting with new people, and I'm forever more grateful for these friendships that I have and further have developed. Number 19, go out with my mom more. Again, more of that intentional time, spending more like one-on-one time, but like being like, let's go do something. Me and my mom, we love going to the Huntington Gardens and going to see really cool gardens and stuff like that. So yeah. Number 20, go out with Francis Moore, my brother. We did a camping trip together, which I filmed, and I just went to Boston to be with him. Again, more of that intentional time, that one-on-one time, where it's like truly like I'm taking time to spend time with you, and it's not just like our paths happened to cross. It's like I want to sit and have time with you and talk to you. So yeah. And then number 21, get a handle on anger. I would say I've grown up with anger issues and a temper, and I really have improved it. Who I am versus like 2-3 years ago, vastly different. It is crazy how I respond to things now, how I respond to situations now. And I'm so proud of who I've become in that kind of sense, and more of the inner peace that I have found within myself. So yeah, and so now I'm gonna go kind of into the 22 things I've learned this year. And I apologize, it's gonna be a really talking vlog, but that's just kind of how it is. My amazing roommate, Caroline, she decorated the apartment this morning, and I didn't wake up to it. She tried to surprise me. I woke up before her, so sorry, girl. But she's so sweet, and she left notes around the apartment, and just, she was truly like, she really like, it meant a lot to me what she's done. And we, you know, we're gonna do some stuff tonight together. Also, my little in my sorority, she got me a giant basket with a bunch of stuff, which is currently holding up this camera. And you know, it just makes me feel like very seen and appreciated. And you know, now that my friend group is smaller, it, you know, it sometimes it's hard to feel like that, but I don't know what I'm saying, but sometimes it's hard when you have not as many friends, but then they show you that the quality is better than the quantity. And I feel like that has been more apparent to me than ever. So yeah, so now I'm gonna talk about oh Jesus, I have to find it. 22 things I've learned and everything like that. Okay, so the first thing this year for me was really based around challenges, change, and opportunities. Like I mentioned, so much has happened this year, and I feel like I've changed a lot within this last year. So number two is I've grown in ways I never knew was possible. I think that really goes back to putting myself outside of my comfort zone, going to New Zealand, going to a country I know no one, living with random people I don't know. This is gonna bother me every time I look at the camera. I think that really connects to that. I feel the most at peace than I ever have felt. I think mentally, I've struggled a lot mentally and everything like that. I've been in therapy since I was 10 from some traumas that I went through as a kid, a very young kid. And it's very hard. And I have OCD. And so it's very hard when you have those like compulsive thoughts and everything. And, it gets really hard. But I think now this is the most at peace I've ever been within myself and everything like that. My love for life continues to grow. My love just for like living life and not wasting it. And I don't want to say wasting as in anyone lives their life the way it is that it is wasted, but the way I was living my life, I felt like I was wasting it my own sense, if that makes sense. That didn't make sense. It's okay. But yeah, I just feel like I'm loving my life for what it is at this moment. And and kind of the next thing, I'm forever grateful for this past year. Okay, so, those were just my notes. Those were not even my things. So now let's get into the 22 things. I thought those were, sorry. Now we're gonna get into the 22 things, kind of reflecting back on this year. So starting off the year, the LA fires, this shifted my priorities in what actually matters. Having to evacuate my house, having to, in that split, like, minute decision of like, holy fuck, we have to evacuate. We just got a notification the fire is coming at us. And then realizing like, what is the most important that I need to grab in this moment? And for me, that was my dog's ashes, my dog's collar, and a photo album book and everything like that. Everything else was like, fuck it. Those are my most important things. And then, my family and everything like that, making sure we were all okay and safe. My next kind of point is New Zealand and pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Like I mentioned, New Zealand was a huge push out of my comfort zone, but it also was truly one of the best moments of my life. And I think it will always be one of the best moments of my life. Finding new hobbies / exploring new hobbies. Like I've gone back into horseback riding and just like falling in love with doing things again and everything, and not just being in a routine, but like trying to break that routine with new hobbies and like everything. And that kind of also then connects to being like found love within my own company, and love being like being okay being on my own and not with people all the time, because I used to always be with people. Things shifted, things changed, and now I'm not. So a lot of things have changed. I've also found a lot more comfort in my own personal relationships. Like I love my close friends now. I have a very tight circle now. I like truly have a very small circle. I've cut a lot of people out of my life. I've distanced myself from a lot of people, but now those within my tight circle, I truly love and I have such a personal connection with. And I've also set boundaries with what I need and / what I want. And I've been more firm on those boundaries and not letting people cross those boundaries anymore. I've also pushed myself so much academically. I am taking a law class right now that's not undergrad. I'm an undergrad student. It is not undergrad. It is at an actual law school. I'm the only undergrad in that class, and I'm taking a law class, and it is so difficult, but I'm also learning so much. So yeah, just pushing myself academically. Next is physically and mentally, and pushing myself in the gym. Kind of connecting back, this year I have really pushed myself for the gym within these last couple weeks, especially. I'm running again. I'm trying to do pull-ups, and everything like that. I am just really seeing how far my body can go, and with that, it's also then improving my mental health, because for me, they're directly correlated. Next is want health over being skinny viewpoint. So this connects back to the gym. I have always been like a thicker, bigger person, whatever you want to say. But recently I've just been okay with my body because I realized how healthy I am and how grateful I am that my body works the way it does, that I'm able to do the things I do, and that like I can fucking run a mile and everything like that, not stopping. And it might not be fucking fast, but it's still, I can run a mile without stopping, and that's so impressive. And just being more grateful for like the health of my body and less of the look of my body. Know how to listen to my body when it comes to food. So no more binge eating. I'm a huge emotional eater, and that means I can overeat really easily, and I feel like shit afterwards. And I've been more cautious about listening to my body and being like, okay, there's still food on my plate, but I can't eat anymore, and it's okay. I'm not gonna eat anymore. So yeah, close my circle more, but have more valued friendships. I feel like I already kind of connected that on that. I also read 24 books so far this year. My goal is 25. I think last year I read like 65, but since I was traveling to New Zealand and stuff like that, I, set my goal smaller this year. But, just taking the time to read a physical book is truly something I love. Now, we're not going to talk about the type of books I read. Absolutely not. Deleted dating apps. Want something more natural at this point. Again, been on dating apps because I'm like, why not? But I deleted it, and I refuse to get them again because I'm like, I want what's gonna come for me. I don't want to be there scrolling and everything and being in that mind. I've done it for too long, and I don't want to. Spend more time outside, less phone. I kind of mentioned this when I was talking about my other things. My goals is I've just been on my phone less, and it's been so amazing. My mental health has gotten better being on my phone less. It's hard. Sometimes it's really fucking hard, but sometimes it's just being like, nope, turn off my phone and I'm going to read instead. And it's hard, but it's worth it in my opinion. More present in moments. This kind of connects back to the technology thing. I'm being more present in moments. I am sitting there because when I'm there with you, when you have like OCD, sometimes like you're kind of always thinking about the next thing, or you thinking of the worst thing that happens, or you thinking of this, like my brain's always like going like that. And so I'm really trying to be more present in those moments, and kind of like when I start drifting to be like, okay, come back, try and be present in this moment. Volunteer more involved. I kind of already connected on that. My style elevated, more joy in the clothes I wear. I'm having more joy in what I wear. I like dressing up more. I like playing into the more feminine side or the more masculine side. I like mixing it up and everything like that. It's been really fun. Figured out I have curly hair and what to do with it. As you can see, this is a couple day post wash, so it's a little dry and not like defined, and that's okay. That's just what the reality of curly hair is it's gonna look like this 90% of the time, and it's gonna look fucking amazing the other 10% of the time, and I'm okay with that. But figuring out that I actually have curly hair and not putting heat on it, and learning what to do for my hair. Forever grateful for my friendships, especially those that were with me when I was going through that really hard time at my university. Like Caroline truly was like my rock in that situation, and I'm forever grateful for her and sticking by me and seeing the truth in the situation and being like, so yeah. Closer relationships with my brother. Like I kind of mentioned, I went camping with him. I went to Boston. Just that intentional time. And having a twin, it's really hard because like growing up, I felt like we were always at competing with each other in my personal perspective, not his, and just being like, wow, we can actually be friends. Like we can actually have a good relationship. So having that like more of a actual relationship with each other. Become more creative with an art. I've been doing a lot more. I started a YouTube, which the fuck, like what? I'm painting more. I have been like coloring more. I have been, I just have been more creative this semester, and I think it's really helped with me just seeing more color within life. And then kind of last thing is truly recognizing how grateful I am for my life, who is in my life, how I am able to then be able to live my life and everything like that. I'm forever grateful for the life I have, the people around me, the people that continue to support me, my countless supporters, my friends and everything like that, my family. It has been a rough few years, and I feel like this past year truly, even though it started off rough, has shifted into so much light, into so much joy. And I just feel forever grateful for where I am and everything like that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I think it's gonna be kind of a chill rest of the night for my 22nd, not 21st, holy fuck. Yeah. It's kind of raining and Caroline's at practice. She's gonna come back and we're gonna go do something. So I might film that and kind of, you know, input that. But if not, I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for being on this journey. And, you know, even though we're a small audience, very small, I really appreciate doing this and being able to have this space to kind of talk. So yeah. Okay, I'm now fucking gonna close it up. Okay, till next time.